Right, you guys, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mike's, okay? Make sure. If you don't subscribe to Mike, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
Boom, I'm with the guy Max inside. Subscribe to him, make sure you do still. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Hello and welcome back to another video, people. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure to smash the likes and subscribing if you are new. And yeah, I am doing a press conference video because I don't usually do these because I have nothing to upload. So we're going to talk about the game. And because the game's on Monday, it's actually made it more difficult for me to find uploads to do on Saturday and Sunday as well. But I will have videos. I will still have videos. It's just they're going to have to be pre-recorded because I'm not going to be about on the whole weekend. I'm literally not going to watch a single bit of football, which is fine by me. More than fine by me. I do not give a fuck anymore. But speaking of not caring, West Ham Brentford. I won't discuss more about the game specifically on the Sunday's video, but we're going to react to Nuno's press conference just because also I've not reacted to a Nuno press conference yet. I find press conferences in general quite boring because every manager is quite boring. Okay, the head coach has arrived for his Brentford press conference. Fullkrug has had a scan. I'm waiting on the results. All depends on the scan. Hopefully it's soon. This motherfucker's injured again. Yeah, I apologize for gassing the signing. I apologize for thinking the signing was good. I literally tried to stand on it. I tried to stand 10 toes down with this signing. I was wrong. With Nicholas Fullkrug, I apologize because Nicholas Fullkrug, it's been a travesty. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he performed terribly against Arsenal. Despite the fact that we didn't get the ball up the pitch enough, we got the ball to him enough to show what he could do with it. Yes, we were using him wrong, but I did say he shouldn't play against Gabriel and Saliba because it's a complete mismatch. But also, just in general, the injuries have been mad. Like, you got injured on Potter's first game. He got injured. When there was this injury before? I can't remember what other game he got injured in, but he got injured like I think under Lopetegui as well, and then he came back for weeks. I don't remember what game it was, but he came back against Leicester, scored. Then when Lopetegui got sacked a few weeks later, he got injured again under Potter. Him and Somerville got injured in the same game. And yeah, George Earthy's the only one that's out as well, or the other person that's out. So fair enough. Nuno talking about his first few weeks. We haven't changed anything specific, just implementing routines. I mean, that's all you can do when you're the new manager of a club, innit? I've seen rumors talking about the three in the back and stuff like that as well, but I am going to talk about that another time. The boss is asked about his first home game in charge. For me, it's hard to analyze what's happened before. We want to improve, and we know home form is important. It's up to us to be closer to the fans so we can change everything. It's very important because, like, not even from a Nuno perspective, but from a West Ham perspective, the players need to be like, okay, regardless of what manager we have, we haven't won a home game since February. Like, a single home game. Like, it's mad. It's genuinely mental how we haven't won a home game since February. It's crazy to me. That's dreadful, bro. That's dreadful. So the players need to have some pride and put in an extra performance. It's going to be interesting, though, with Fullkrug injured, who's going to start up front, because he's been putting on Callum Marshall a lot, but I don't think Nuno's the kind of guy to start a youngster up front. I think Callum Wilson will still start, and then he'll implement Marshall in, or he's the type of guy to put like a Bowen up front or some shit. It's going to be interesting to see it. But the boss is asked about his first home game in charge. For me, it's hard to analyze what's happened before. We want to improve, and we know home form is important. It's up to us to be close to the fans. Oh, I've already read that. But like, going back on his point about that, as a new manager, you want to like try and get like a bit of a home unbeaten run and make it like difficult to come to your ground, because we make it difficult for ourselves to go to anyone else's ground, and we struggle away from home. We've struggled away from home for about 4 years now, just in general. So it's been quite difficult. The next question is on the supporters. I wish all our fans will join us and support us. It's up to us to give back to the fans. They can grow close to us. We, as a squad, focus on the task to complete, and we want to do well on Monday night. I imagine that question is slightly altered because of the fact that there's a boycott happening on Monday. So that's why he's probably wishing the fans to join us. And I understand why he's going to say that, because from his perspective, it's different. He's the manager. Nothing against you, mate, Nuno. Even though I didn't want you here, but nothing against you. Why we're not there. Most of us that are not going for a reason, unfortunately. But Listen, and I get it. I do feel sorry for the manager and the players in that aspect because it's going to be very hard for them regardless. But at the same time, Nuno will know this as an away manager. Going to the London Stadium is a very quiet stadium. It's a very quiet stadium in general. The players know this already as well. Despite what they say in interviews, we know what they're actual humans, so we know what they really think. Despite what they say in the media, the London Stadium is not a good stadium. It's not a good footballing venue. It's not a good footballing atmosphere. It's not a good footballing environment. So yeah, Nuno has asked about his squad. It's always hard to work in the international break, but those who stayed here have worked really hard and pleased us. Looking ahead is important. What's important is what's next, and that's Brentford. Yeah, fair enough. Boss asked about his coaching stuff. They've taught me a lot of things, not only understanding about the club, but also the players. They've been in contact with them before. They know them better. They've been really, really helpful for me. Now, if people don't know already, people haven't kept up, we basically just employed the guys who are from the academy and stuff like that and have been around the club for a long time, the guys that were interim coaching staff to stay around Nuno. And as much as I do think these guys that have worked in the academy actually do deserve the step up to make to be in the background of the coaching staff, some of them have played an integral part of young players developing and be ready for first team football. The problem is that the owners are taking a cheap option again. So it's good that they've got the opportunity, and I'm very happy for them. But it feels like the owners are using a lot of the sentiment value to try and cover the fact that they are just doing a cheap option. They didn't want to pay for Nuno's coaching staff that he's had at Wolves, Tottenham, Al Ittihad, Nottingham Forest, etc. So as much as it's great, we've got people around the club, and I think that's important in the coaching staff, not as just like the full manager or whatever. You just want to coach. I think it's just sentiment. I'll be real. The next question is on settling in London. It's not easy to find accommodation. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I can sympathise with that. But it's not a priority. Adapting to a new city, more important is adapting to a new club and where I'm working. Yeah, he didn't really get to adapt to London when he was at Tottenham. He wasn't there for long. Yeah, I fully understand. He's probably staying in fucking what's it called? But Nuno is probably staying in Premier Inn. All inclusive breakfast every week until he finds a house or some shit. I don't blame him. I can't lie. I don't blame him. Nuno has asked about Brentford. They're a good team. They compete well, have a lot of threats. They have good players and are good at set pieces. So it's going to be a tough game. Yeah, like Keith Andrews has basically gone back to like how they kind of played under Thomas Frank. Especially, but away from home they're really struggling. But at home they haven't really faltered that much. And Henderson's played well. Like Dango Uwatara, when he's played, has played well. Like Damsgaard is always a threat. Shada's always a threat, especially in 2025. Before then, he wasn't really much of a threat. Igor Thiago will be a problem because of his aggression and his physicality coming up against people like Max Kilman and Mavropanos. It's going to be very difficult. They've got some good players. I like their wing backs. I think their centre backs will be difficult as well. Like Collins, Vandenberg, and all these man. Oh fuck me, this is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. The boss is asked about Somerville. He has a lot of talent. He has speed, and he's aggressive one-on-one. It's up to us to manage the ball and get it to our front players at the right time. It's also up to Nuno to help when I don't care about defensive football yet, but when we get up the pitch, we need help. We need players to get forward and help each other, get close to each other, because that's what I've seen against Everton and Arsenal that we struggle to do. And the next question is on Callum Marshall and Callum Wilson. It's a healthy fight for the position. They're different players, but it's a good situation. I think he'll start Wilson still, despite not playing him a single minute since he's come back. Me personally, I would like to see either person start. I don't really mind who starts. I didn't want Callum Wilson, as people know already, but with what we've got right now, we ain't got much of a fucking choice. As long as it's not Bowen up front, I want Bowen on the right. I want my best players to play in their best position. Then I'm fine. I think Callum Marshall people are gonna be harsh on him because he's probably not gonna get much fucking service. This is what always happens when we start a young player. They don't actually get the fucking ball. So here's what it is. Nuno has asked about his first home game in charge. I'm really looking. I swear he's already been asked this question. Looking forward to it. We know Brentford have specific routines we have to be ready for. It's about how we could compete, be a team that is our priority. Very boring answer, but it was a very boring question. He was asked about the international break. We worked hard. The players who were here were great. We're getting closer as a group, and they're working well, which makes us proud. Of course, we watched our players in international. Some of them are happy, and some are not so happy because of results. But we're proud. Cool. The next question is on squad options. We have a few days to go. We still have to make decisions. Everyone in the squad is important, and that's what he said. Well, yeah, everyone in the squad is important. I think Nuno, in his first 2 games, we haven't seen anything of, obviously, James Ward-Prowse, which is a very good thing. Callum Wilson, Guido Rodriguez, etc. We've seen some glimmers from Freddie Potts and Callum Marshall. Magassa's got to start. Paquetá, Magassa, Fernandez has been the midfield three, etc. Somerville, Bowen, without Fullkrug, is going to be interesting to see if he alters that and plays someone else up front, or he plays a senior man up front. I imagine he goes Callum Wilson, just for the senior aspect. I don't mind who starts out, Wilson and Marshall. They've got 2 different things they can apply, in my opinion. I would like to see Tadibo come back if he still gets to play, but we haven't seen a single thing from Tadibo, which just I think Tadibo's gone in January, and we get another centre back personally, which is a shame because he's our best centre back by a country mile. We've seen what Mavropanos is like, and I'm sorry, the people that are trying to say Mavropanos played well against Arsenal, no, he didn't. Gyökeres just played like shit, and Kilman hasn't been great. He has not been great. Diouf and Walker Peters, Wan-Bissaka, I've been very happy with. So when Diouf and Wan-Bissaka go AFCON, I'm confident in Skulls and Walker Peters to take their place. They give you different things. Obviously, Skulls isn't as good as Diouf, and Walker Peters gives you different things from Wan-Bissaka. Isn't as good, in my opinion, but he's still a very good to compete with. So it's going to be interesting to see what Nuno does against Brentford. Make sure to smash your likes and subscribe to your new social medias are in the description if you want to follow me, the email for the inquiries, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Peace.